Welcome to WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I'm your presenter, Jessica Klein. First, on the local scene. Recent operations by the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, RSVGPF, has led to the discovery and seizure of two 9mm pistols, 29 rounds of 9mm ammunition, 9.4 grams of cocaine, 3,896 grams of cannabis, and a quantity of cash in US dollars and euros. On Saturday, February 18, 2023, a party of Rapid Response Unit RRU and narcotics personnel executed a search warrant at a home in Dorsetshire Hill, which led to the discovery and seizure of the illegal items. Kevin Jessup and Dennis Crosby were cautioned and detained pending further investigation into the matter. Both men were later arrested and charged with possession of firearms and ammunition without a license issued under the Firearms Act and possession of a controlled drug. Jessup and Crosby will appear at the Serious Offences Court to answer the charges. On Wednesday, February 15th, police detained an elderly man after accusations of inappropriately touching a 10-year-old female primary school student. In reference to an article by the Searchlight News, a resident of the area, not disclosed, said a woman was inside her home looking through a window around 5 p.m. when she observed a parked Jeep with an elderly man and a 10-year-old child inside. The woman is said to have observed that the man was touching the child on her leg and saw the child pushing his hand away, after which she exited the vehicle. Reports state the woman called her husband and told him to ask the child if she was all right, to which she responded yes. The child is said to have told the woman that the man touched her buttocks and was asking if he could touch her private parts, after she told the child it was okay to say if something was wrong. The young girl then said it was not the first time that the man has touched her inappropriately and that she had even told her mother about it, but nothing was done. Still on the local scene, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards wishes to advise the general public that Colgate-Palmolive has issued a voluntary recall for Fabuloso multipurpose cleaners due to risk of exposure to bacteria. According to an official release by the Bureau of Standards, the recalled products may contain Pseudomonas species bacteria, which are environmental organisms found widely in soil and water. Colgate-Palmolive says that the correct amount of preservative was not added to the affected batches during the manufacturing process, leaving room for the overgrowth of bacteria. Consumers are advised to check lot numbers to determine if their bought products are part of the affected lots. For further information on what products have been recalled, visit the Agency for Public Information API Facebook page. On the regional scene, Barbados has made significant efforts to boost interregional travel through discussions with French airline Air Antilles. As a result, April 1st, 2023 will see the Grantley Adams International Airport, GAIA, welcoming a new daily schedule of flights between Barbados and Dominica, St. Lucia, Martinique, and Pointe-à-Pitre in Guadeloupe. The announcement was made by Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., BTMI, Shelley Williams. She said, interregional travel is very important to us at the BTMI, and as part of our post-COVID recovery strategy, it was time to look at the best way to increase activity between Barbados and the Caribbean. Williams further stated, this growth in capacity will be supplemented by a high-profile marketing campaign by Air Antilles, as well as in-market marketing and promotional activities from the BTMI to keep Barbados top of mind and ensure that we fill these additional seats. Still on the regional scene, leaders of the CARICOM community urged member states to remain vigilant against COVID-19 as well as other infectious diseases at the end of the recent summit in the Bahamas. An end-to-end communique said leaders called on the region to remain observant and continue to exercise active surveillance that promote the establishment of prevention and control guidelines. The heads of government also received an update from the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA. The communique emphasized on the need for a comprehensive response to COVID-19, monkeypox, and other regional health security threats. Also included were the ongoing threat of dengue, other vector-borne diseases, the low vaccine uptake, and the associated challenges of regular expanded immunization. And finally, on the international scene, sexual exploitation has been uncovered on tea farms that supply some of the UK's most popular brands, including PG Tips, Lipton, and Sainsbury Red Label. According to BBC reports, more than 70 women on Kenyan tea farms, owned for years by two British companies, said they had been sexually abused by their supervisors. Secret filming showed local bosses on plantations owned by Unilever and James Finlay and Company pressuring an undercover reporter for sex. BBC's Tom Abdullah interviewed women who worked on the tea farms run by both companies and found that many stated they had no choice but to give in to the sexual demands of their bosses or face having no income. In reference to data found, Unilever faced similar allegations more than 10 years ago and launched a zero-tolerance approach to the sexual harassment, as well as a reporting system and other measures, but a joint investigation for BBC Africa Eye and Panorama found evidence that allegations of sexual harassment were not being acted on. This has been WEFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 5:30 for WEFM's Evening